Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to yet another 4th and 62. With us today are my usual cohorts, the coach, Bob Paraso. See, I remembered your name.
Very nice, very nice.
Oh,
and
a live studio audience.
Live studio audience.
And coming from his palatial estate in southern Connecticut, his cousin Stephen.
Hey, everybody.
Stephen does not have.
Am I getting a silent standing ovation? What's going on here?
No, that's a real one.
You got it.
That's a real one.
Yeah, you got applause.
Many thanks to our intrepid producer, director, man of all whatever. What was that? Trades. Man of all trades, Peter Dews, for getting us on the air because of, as he called it, technical bombs left by his predecessor.
He didn't use quite that language, but we got the idea.
Well, it's a cable television show.
That's right. And we are in a school, though.
Pete Padula said we're allowed to swear, but I'm not going to credit it to.
I got thrown out for doing that earlier.
Well, you did. Your referee came in and threw you out. So a bunch of stuff on the docket today. First thing we wanted to talk about, because we've had it up there for weeks and months and years, is sports gambling. And Coach Bob, I'm going to turn this over to you.
Yes, I maintain that sports gambling, at least now, when it's legal for everybody to bet and they have prop bets during all sporting events.
Yep.
You can bet on this guy going to throw a curveball. Is this one going to walk? Is this guy going to swing or not? I mean, it puts a lot of, not overt pressure, but they get a lot of nonsense if some guy bets his mortgage on whether so-and-so is going to strike out and he gets a home run. Now, all of a sudden, he wants to burn the guy's house down.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy.
Happened to Liam Hendricks, right?
Right. I mean, it's nuts.
And then the Red Sox put Liam Hendricks on the IL like 2 days later.
Yeah, I mean, they told him he was gonna come in and what is this and slit your throat while your wife watches. Give me a break.
Nice.
They do the same thing on college campuses.
That guy lost $20.
Yeah. That was his lunch money.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
But the thing that I couldn't believe in the research you were doing on your laptop is how much money is bet. And I know, Stephen, you had some stats on this too.
Well, I did read a couple of them, and anywhere from $54 to $150 billion last year bet on sporting events online.
I sound like Ice-T. That's billion with a B.
Yeah. And
right. So if you think you've seen a lot of commercials on TV for FanDuel and DraftKings and so on and so forth, you are right. Because there are now more ads for these gambling sites than there are for ads for beer.
Absolutely.
So,
I mean, we while we were waiting to come on the air, we did a little quick research, and baseball, because of the nature of the game and the schedule, $55 billion annually.
That's crazy.
And going up.
That's crazy.
And going up, and the age of the bettor is going down.
Yeah.
So before it became legal, the bettors were older, and now they're 20 to 40, 45-year-old young men.
Right.
Doing the most gambling.
And all the betting was being done down at the local beer hall.
Yeah.
With your friendly bookie sitting over in the corner booth. You go over and you put $5 down on the table. Not a prop bet. This was win or lose.
Yeah.
Right. You had to wait for the whole game for, if you're going to win or lose. So, but now, if you don't like one of the bets you made 5 minutes ago, you can make three more while the game is being played.
Yep.
So you get plenty of action.
Yep.
I think I said this the last time we were here. the stuff that comes on the screen during the game, I don't even understand it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Alex Bregman's going to get a single.
Yeah.
I'm going to bet on that.
Then they give you the money odds, and I don't know what they mean either because I don't gamble. Although I have to say, I did have the under on the Trump-Musk relationship. It was 150 days, and I had the under. So I just paid off my mortgage. It's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, I was at a Woo Sox game last year, and there was two young kids. Obviously, I don't know if they went to Holy Cross or Worcester Tech or whatever, but they were watching the game, and the one young kid says, "Oh yeah, I just won." What the hell did you win? The guy got a hit. I said, okay. So now he's up X. I don't know what it was. So
$20.
he says to his buddy, should I let it ride? Should I let it ride? Do it? And the guy's, of course, the guy that's not betting, yeah, go ahead. He lost.
Of course he did.
No, it wasn't $20. This kid was, no, it's easy. It's like putting a credit card in, gambling. No money. It's my credit card. Well, this poor kid, he's not even on. He's did something out in the ether. And
there's a very sad story that was in the Atlantic recently, just a couple of days ago, actually, about how this guy, how addictive the gambling is, and basically just a story of many, I'm sure, of how basically he almost lost it all, his house, his wife, and so on, because he kept betting, and the bet started at $100, and then they were $1,000, and now he's taking out loans to try to cover, bad bets in the past, and he's addicted. He hates himself. He doesn't know what to do. And finally ends up at Gamblers Anonymous. Took out home equity loans and so on. So it's a huge, huge problem.
Oh yeah, it can ruin lives.
Another thing I want to point out is that these gambling sites, if they don't hear from you, like if you haven't bet in a certain amount of time, they will send you hey, here's a $10 free bet for you.
Yeah.
So they get you back in. They have the hooks in you, and they're not letting go.
Yeah, that's the new promo from FanDuel or whatever, where they win 5. If you lose, you get 50.
Yeah.
They keep bringing you back. All right.
Right.
Did Oz want us?
Peter, did you have something you wanted to?
So you guys know, and you got to repeat this because they won't hear it. It's not being recorded. But you guys know I'm not a huge sports guy. I have probably gambled about $500 across all these platforms just because they turn it into a game. It's fun. It's addictive.
Oh my God!
Wow, our very own Peter has got caught up in the web of online gambling. He says he's probably bet about $500 over whatever and lost, of course. And they make it so easy and make it so much fun. You just keep coming back.
Yep. And our own Peter, admittedly, is not a big sports guy, which I can't believe he does this show for us. but that just goes to prove it's.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's too.
That was
easy.
from our studio audience.
That's right. We should bring her on camera. Oh, okay.
Your show will definitely tank.
It tanks anyway. What do we care? So, okay. Well, that's almost 9 minutes.
That's our sound effects.
By
Very good.
by that sound that you just heard, it's time to move on. And the next thing that we wanted to talk about was the Red Sox,
Oh boy.
who yesterday they had a 308-foot walk-off home run by Cedar Rafaela, who was all excited about hitting the ball 308 feet and getting a home run.
Did you hear him after the game? He said he knew he hit it well.
Yeah. Did you see him when he hit the ball? And then he just
Didn't
kind
move.
of walking, holding his bat like he wasn't running.
Right.
He didn't
He
know it was
wasn't
going to
running.
be. He didn't know it was going to go.
He should have been running.
around the pole.
Coach Bob mentioned this pre-production here, but the lady sitting behind the pesky pole in the fetal position
Yeah.
as that ball came to her, which she could have caught it in her teeth and not had to go to the dentist. But, that lady was like all curled up like she was going to get hit with a line drive. And I don't know.
When it landed, now there's not a whole lot of room between the wall and the seat.
Right.
Okay. Now, granted, her whole body, everything was huddled up in the seat, so she made herself as small as possible. But the ball never got that far. It was dying, and it just kind of fell over the wall.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, that's amazing.
She could have caught it with her bare hand, and she
Right.
wouldn't even have shaken it.
No, she didn't know.
know,
She didn't know where the ball was.
I just want to point out that the Red Sox are so bad that we're talking about this poor woman in the seat and how she didn't catch the ball, and we're not talking about the Red Sox.
Well, okay. Well, you want to talk about the Red Sox?
Well, I don't know, not really. I mean, they're bad, and I guess they deserved a little bit of good luck for yesterday's game.
Right, but that didn't put them over 500.
You know,
They lost 2 out of
no.
3 to the Angels.
They're a mess.
did you, well, yesterday I heard Tony Maz on, excuse me, on the Sports
On a
Hub,
competing show, yeah.
a competing show. Yeah, we're big competition for them, aren't we?
We
Well,
are.
they're watching. Don't worry.
That's right.
So Maz was, Lucas Giolito's line was like an inning and 2/3, 8 runs or 7 runs or something. And Tony Maz called it a gutless outing.
Wow.
I was like, whoa,
Oof.
and
We're in the flavor of the month again.
oh, I
right?
know. Yeah.
For bringing up rookies.
Yep.
Right? Campbell, obviously, beginning of the year, he's up. He was a flash in the pan
He needs to go back.
until they go through the schedule and all the teams once. Now they got the book on the kid, and now he can't hit whatever.
Get it his weight.
Yeah, I know, but they got the pitch and the location of the pitch that he's a sucker for.
Oh, it's
So
bad.
now he's got to get out of that. That's what happens with rookies. But everybody keeps clamoring, bring up Mayer, bring up Mayer, bring up Mayer.
They
Okay,
did.
they brought him up. And it struggled a little bit. He's got some hits, made some nice, decent plays, but he's going to suffer. And now the flavor of the month is Anthony.
And they won't bring him up because of the first 2 you talked about.
Yeah, and who are they going to take out of the?
Yeah, I think that's a bigger problem. It's like, where are they going to play him? They're already a mess. Everybody's already playing out of position.
Right.
So where are you going to put him?
Well, one of the talking heads was talking about put Rafaela on the pine, move Duran to center, and put
put
Anthony in left, which is real easy to play.
Yep.
The left field wall, even though in Worcester they have a replica, okay, but they don't have the holds and they don't have all the tin it's a tough place to play.
Yep.
You can't put them in right because that's even worse, especially at twilight.
It's like a cow pasture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if they bring them up, I look at that as being the official flag of surrender.
Well,
We're going to bring these kids up, let them get their feet wet, let them get the nose bloodied a little bit, and then come back for next season.
Okay. So now the Red Sox go to New York for 3 games this weekend,
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
If they lose all 3,
Yeah.
which I think is a distinct possibility, right, Stephen?
Is Crochet pitching one of those games?
I think he is.
I think he is. So they have a chance on that one.
Okay, but that's it. I'll bet Roman Anthony is up on Monday
Well,
or Tuesday, whenever their next game is.
the big thing coming up already, are they going to be buyers or sellers?
Yeah, I know.
You know?
Hopefully sellers. I don't want them to be buyers.
Yeah, well,
Buyers.
yeah. I
What
mean,
are they going to buy?
hot dogs.
A first baseman, a second baseman.
If they could trade Story, that would be good.
Now that's
Yep.
they'd have to take on a ton of his salary. So, Stephen, I asked your brother this question:
Yeah.
is Connor Wong going to go the entire season without an RBI? Which
That would be amazing. Let's hope he does. That
would be
good.
something for us to talk about. You know,
Narvaez, though, is a pretty good catcher. We like him.
oh my gosh, and he's, you know, I know they're all shots to right field, but he hits. God bless the
Yeah.
guy.
They only got him for his catching ability,
Yes.
which he's proven, and now he's hitting. So the guy's been great. That was a steal,
Yeah, it was for nothing.
right?
It was for nothing.
Here are the probables against the Yankees. Bueller, Friday.
Bueller,
Crochet, Saturday. And Hunter Dobbins.
Hunter Dobbins.
So we might have a contest to get, on Saturday. The Red Sox.
Do you know that if you are teaching a high school class and you go Bueller,
Yeah,
Bueller,
yeah.
the students don't know what you're talking about.
That's
That's
true.
crazy.
That's very true. Very
That's
true.
crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Oh boy, I don't know. We got a shot. They're pitching Ryan Yarbrough, the Yankees. He's 3-0, 2.83, 40 strikeouts. And our boy Garrett, 5-4, hard luck loser for sure. I mean, you know,
Oh, Crochet.
yeah, Crochet. I mean, what are you
He's
going to
pitched
do?
great.
When he pitches, nobody hits.
Yeah.
That used to be like when Clemens was pitching.
Let me ask, maybe, I don't know the answer to this question. Has Garrett Crochet had Tommy John surgery yet?
Yes,
He
I
has?
believe he did. Yes,
Okay.
I'll look it up.
Well,
Hang
that's
on.
Stephen, do you know?
I don't know. I would say I don't think so.
He had something with the White Sox. I can't remember what it was, but I will look it up.
Okay.
But you'll have to I have to take my boxing gloves off while I'm typing. Well, just talk quietly amongst yourselves.
Okay. Well, you know, one of the notes I put on here, the last time that Alex Bregman had a quad injury was 4 years ago with Houston, his only team, and he missed 10 weeks.
Yeah.
So, and he said this was a really bad injury. He said himself.
Yep.
So much for that.
Right.
When they bring him back, are they going to be out of it? Because I think they're out of it
they're
now.
already out of it, aren't
Yeah,
they?
they are. Okay.
I'm going to hold that thought.
Hold that thought.
Garrett Crochet had Tommy John April 2022.
Still in
Really?
college?
Wow, good for you.
Was he still in college?
No,
Or was he with the White
White
Sox?
Sox.
Wow.
He missed the entire 22 season. Returned to the majors May 23. Was named AL Comeback Player of the Year in 24.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Now, go back to your boy Bregman,
Yep.
right? Out. How many
10
weeks?
weeks.
10 weeks. Okay. Let's say he's out the whole 10 weeks, or he comes back next week. Okay. He's been out for almost a month now.
Yep.
Missed X games.
Yep.
And he's got to go for some rehab stint, right, down at Worcester.
Yeah, 2 or 3 games probably.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just to get some at bats.
All right, and now he comes back up and he's going to pitch, against major league pitching, and he's good, but it's going to take him at least a dozen games to get his timing.
No, not a dozen games. No, I don't think so. A
don't
few
know.
games. But that's okay.
Put your boxing
I
gloves
mean,
back
I get
on.
your point.
Yes, this guy's going to come back from injury, no matter what it is, and instantly return to the same form they were when they got hurt. I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Moving on.
the sound effects.
All right.
So with the Bruins, they hired Marco Sturm last night.
Yeah.
Whatever, who cares? Next week, our friend Kevin Paul Dupont will be here to talk about that and other things.
Make sure you all tune in.
Yes, all three of you. Make sure you watch.
You guys are
I'll be
syndicated
watching.
in Lowell.
We are?
Where?
You are.
Oh,
Oh, my goodness.
We are what? I didn't hear
Hello
that.
to your Lowell viewers.
Hello.
hello,
City of Lowell.
hello, folks.
How are you?
Feel free to come over.
Yes.
Your live studio audience. Anyhow.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're not going to talk about the Bruins. We're not going to waste time. The Celtics, you know.
Are you guys rooting for Brad Marchand and the Panthers, or rooting against them?
Brad Marchand.
I think
our studio audience
Studio
wants
audience.
Florida.
very raucous
Wants
about
Florida.
that. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be like
I
Ray Bork.
rooted for I rooted for Marchand right up to now, and now I'm thinking, I kind of want the Oilers to win the cup.
No.
Oh, okay. You want McDavid to cement his
Get
legacy?
his cup. Yeah, I kind of want Canada to win a Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay.
it is their sport.
Yeah, well, Marchand's Canadian.
That's true.
Trump might send him back.
Yeah. Ray Bork. Ray Bork started this,
Yep.
with Colorado.
Right.
You think if Marchand wins or the Panthers win the cup, will he re-sign or will he come back to Boston? That was kind of the theory.
I thought he'd come back to Boston, Stephen, but I don't think that
He
anymore.
might come back to Boston. Sure.
No, he's having a good time down
I
there.
think he's enjoying himself.
Right. He doesn't have to carry the whole load.
Yeah.
He was on the third line, wasn't he?
Yep.
You
Yeah,
know?
but what's he gonna say? I hate it down here. I mean, he's playing on the team, so it's sunny, it's nice, they're winning, it's great.
Right.
But that doesn't mean he's going to stay there. You don't know.
True. Okay.
If Canada becomes the 51st state, are they more likely to win a Stanley Cup?
Oh.
If-
We
So-
have to mic up Peter.
Peter just said, if Canada becomes the 51st state, are they more likely to win a Stanley Cup? And I'm going to say one has nothing to do with the other. Okay?
But it's a good question.
Maybe the four people in Lowell that are watching have difference of opinion, but that's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, there's a big Little Canada population in Lowell.
Well, there is?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Big. Used to be a real big neighborhood all around where UMass Lowell is.
Is that Cambodian now?
Well, yeah, it's changed. Demographics have changed. But, yeah, there's still a lot of French Canadians living in that area.
I didn't know that.
How is it that we have so many people from Lowell watching us?
Because
Four?
we got syndicated somehow. Somebody is picking up the feed when it
Not
gets.
just that good.
Yeah, that came from Peter.
Peter said he's just that good.
Yeah.
In case the four people from Lowell didn't hear that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we appreciate you watching. We appreciate your comments. 4th and 62
Oh, yeah.
at gmail.com.
You can see on the screen. You didn't change that graphic, Peter. You got the wrong address up there.
I'll fix that.
Okay. So now let's get to the Celtics. I think the Celtics are in a little bit of a quandary. They got a lot of money in contracts. They want to get away from the luxury tax.
Thanks, Pete.
They want to get back to the luxury tax. And what are you going to do? You got dead money with Tatum. He's not playing next year.
My money, not that I have any, but my money is on Brad Stevens. He'll figure it out. They'll come back next year. I actually had in my head, my empty head, that part of the makeover for the Celtics would be Brad Stevens firing Joe Mazzulla
Ooh.
and hiring Tom Thibodeau.
Wow.
Like
I
that
like
one?
it.
Wow.
I like that. Is that a money saving thing?
No.
I don't think so. I think it's going to cost more money.
Yeah, Thibodeau's making
Yeah.
some, well, I don't know what it'll take now, but I mean, that firing Thibodeau, that was nuts. That was nuts.
I couldn't believe that.
He's already won more playoff games in the 10th time he's been there than the previous 6 coaches. Give me a break. That was bananas.
And they wouldn't explain why,
No, of course not.
So
Now, I have a comment from my wife Sheila. She says they're talking about they're going to sell people and they're going to trade them or whatever. She says that's okay, but they better not trade Drew Holiday.
oh, he's gone.
Oh,
Yeah,
she's
I
not going
think
to be
he's
happy to
gone.
hear that.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Sheila.
Oh boy.
Sorry, Sheila. Drew Holiday is under contract to earn $34 million next year.
Yeah.
That's why.
Well, because Brown's up at 50,
yeah.
and Tatum's at 50.
Yep.
That's the deal.
That's the deal.
So
Kristaps Porzingis is going to be gone too,
they're not
supposedly.
gonna go in the Atombo. How do you pronounce his name? The kid from Milwaukee.
Antetokounmpo?
Yeah. Not gonna go into that sweepstakes.
I don't think so.
I think he might just stay in Milwaukee.
Nah, he wants to get out. So, all right.
Okay.
Sound effect. There we go. There we go. Our very expensive sound effects. So the last thing we have on the docket here, we'll talk some Patriots, which should get our 4 viewers in Lowell totally lathered up and ready to go. So one of the things that I put, it's all new in Foxborough. Personally, whoop.
There's somebody calling John's phone.
No,
Good
no.
question. No.
No.
We always ask you, do you silence your phone? Oh, yeah, no problem.
I did,
Why did it ring?
because it's my blood sugar's too low.
Okay, anyhow.
So, all right. Well, I can't wait for the Patriots to start. Our lone season ticket holder, you can't wait for the Patriots to start, right?
Yeah, expectations are so high, man. They
Yes,
better
they
do.
are.
They better do well. They certainly don't have to do great, but they better win. I mean, at least 7 games.
Well,
I think.
I know it's early for our predictions. We have
It's
to
too
wait.
early,
We have
yeah.
to wait. But I think they're going to be at least 500. We have problems. Wow.
Call the medic.
That person you just saw, that large blackout of the camera, that was Peter Dews. Peter Dews got, we have some snacks here. Wow. Isn't that something?
Pete, is this from your private stock?
Sure is.
Oh,
Carol, you want
I don't
a
wanna touch
fruit pie?
I want him to put something in his mouth.
Oh, eat
yeah.
It's going to expire soon. I never eat while I'm here, so please dig in.
No, it's okay. Thanks.
Carol says you need to eat something.
I'm fine.
Okay. Anyhow, we have our own bad boy, Stefan Diggs.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, he's a cancer. And with a young team, I know what they got him for. He's a good pro when he's playing, and he can play the game. But he's such a fool. I mean, give me a break.
I don't get what that thing was with him in the boat,
Some
Stephen.
pink powder in the
Powder in the
baggie.
in the baggie.
Kool-Aid.
Was that Kool-Aid?
Yeah.
Oh, you
That's all
think
it
that's what it
was.
was?
Yeah.
Just some Kool-Aid.
That was
It's just
cherry
pink-
Kool-Aid.
Pink lemonade.
Pink lemonade.
Yeah.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah. Oh my
It's
God.
not illegal yet, as far as I know.
Well, this will be a good test for Frabel.
John, you could use some right about now, I think.
I think you're absolutely right. I just have the sugar. My blood sugar went up like 40 points just by Pete throwing that
Just
stuff on
looking
the
at that.
table. So, I happen to like these donut sticks. But
Well, go ahead. Help
no,
yourself.
no.
We can talk. Steve and I will talk while you're munching your donut.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
This will be a good test for Vrabel because he seems like he's all business.
Yeah.
He's out on the field
Yep.
practicing like he's all business. Personally, I wouldn't want to piss the guy off.
Vrabel?
Because
No.
it's
No. He's going to establish himself.
yeah.
He's going to, he's already done the Parcells Belichick move. You come in, you're the new sheriff in town,
Clean house.
you fire the biggest name right
Yep.
away.
Yep.
In this case, he fired all the names.
Yeah, there isn't a big name. There's no names.
No, and I was happy to see that Andrews retired.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
you don't want him to come back with that blood clot stuff, and that's crazy.
I never knew that. Did you know that he was Dan Reeves' nephew?
No,
No.
Did you hear that? Yeah, Dan
No.
Reeves is his uncle.
huh?
I never knew that.
I didn't know Crochet had Tommy John surgery.
Well, that's all right. You don't know anything.
Right.
All right, now
That's how I got on this show.
That's why you're here.
to
Right.
learn stuff. Stephen,
Yeah.
they had the five people to watch after the OTAs.
Yeah.
and they said the first name was an undrafted
Henderson.
rookie,
Oh,
Efton Chisholm III, wide receiver, quickly becoming one of the most surprising storylines in the offseason.
Oh my gosh.
where'd they get him from? Gilligan's Island?
Eastern Washington, thank you.
The same
Okay.
same thing.
Yeah.
He
The kid I'm excited about is the halfback Henderson.
Oh, me too. I am too.
Yeah.
that's my guy.
From your
That's my
Ohio
guy from
State.
the Ohio State.
Your Ohio State
Yep,
Buckeyes.
yep,
Yeah.
yep. And
Did
Drake-
you-
Watch your fingers. This guy's a great football player.
Did you see the highlights of when he blocked? It wasn't even him running. It was when he blocked the blitz, or I don't know what it was. You didn't see it?
Probably in pass protection. No, I didn't see it.
Oh my God!
Oh, yeah, he
He flattened the guy.
He did. He and the other kid that got drafted by the Browns is Keyshawn. Name escapes me right now. The other running back Ohio State had. They got him from
Oh, okay.
Mississippi State.
Yeah,
Anyhow, they can block.
yeah.
They both can pass protect. And they stick their face in there. Now, I'm not surprised that he flattened somebody.
They showed. Stephen, did you see what I'm talking about?
No, I did not.
Okay. They showed, like, from scouting reports,
Yeah.
films of him blocking for Will Howard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. That was
An offensive lineman wouldn't block him like that,
right.
you know? And apparently this is what sets this kid apart.
Yep.
Not how fast he can run, not his hands, but how well he blocks.
Yeah.
So it'll be
You know,
interesting.
I hate to be Debbie Downer or whatever that term would be, but you know, when you watch these kids' college highlights, you get all excited about them, and then they can't catch a pass when they get to the pros.
Oh, you're talking about
Boy, my.
Javon Baker or Jalen Polk?
Oh, yeah.
Both of
that
them. I
breaks
mean, it's
my
not just
heart.
those two. It's when you watch their highlights are, wow, these guys are incredible. But it's the big difference between that and
Yeah.
the pros.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
don't-
and
you
it's
don't know.
also the best highlight that they can find for that kid.
Oh, sure, of
Right,
course.
right,
They're not
right.
going to show him whiffing.
Right.
Get face planting.
I couldn't believe this linebacker who outweighed Henderson by probably 50 pounds is running full speed, and Henderson just dropped him.
Right.
Dropped him. And he dropped the guy, and he was still in position to block.
Yeah.
So he didn't like lose himself.
Now, where did he play his college ball again? I mean,
Your Ohio State Buckeyes.
The Ohio State.
So
got me
the
saying it,
Ohio
Bob.
State.
the last thing I had on here on the Patriots, and the clock on the wall says we're almost done. Coach Bob is still concerned about the offensive line.
I am, but they mentioned here that the offensive line's doing better when they first started out OTAs and everything. Of course, the defense was running crazy all over
Yep.
the field, which is what they do.
That's normal.
Okay,
Yep.
and you have to. It takes a while to get 5 guys to communicate, and then not have to communicate. They just know if I go here, this guy's going there. It'll take some time, but I think they've got the makings of a good line. I think so.
Well, I hope you're right.
Knock on wood.
And Will Campbell signed, $45 million guaranteed
Oh, not bad.
signing bonus.
Yeah, that's kind of
Which-
How
cheap.
many millions is that per arm inch?
So that means he's got more money than anyone else at the table, and he still won't pick up the check.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. Well,
Yeah, that's right. He
it's
can't.
not because he
Got the
doesn't want to, he
alligator
just
arms,
can't.
like this. Yeah, yeah.
So, all right. Well, I think on that note,
Wait, viewer question, why is Bob wearing Chicago Cubs gear?
Excellent.
wait, let me repeat the question. That was a viewer question, or is that from you, Peter?
That's from Bruce, he's up here in the booth.
Oh, hi, Bruce.
Hi, Bruce. Okay.
Bruce wants to know why Coach Bob has on his Chicago Cubs gear.
Coach
Coach Bob, I'll leave it to you.
I was wondering when somebody was going to notice that. Thank you very much, Bruce. My father-in-law, who was now passed, grew up in Illinois, huge Cubs fan. Went to Wrigley Field. He told us stories about seeing Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig and all those guys playing for the Cubs. Of course, Cubs were a lot like the Red Sox. Wait till next year.
Yep.
But he was a dyed-in-the-wool Cubs fan. So we got together, the family got together and said, we've got to get Grandpa, TA, back to Wrigley for one more game. So that's what we did. And I bought everybody shirts, we got hats, and we went to Wrigley. And I'll never forget it. I'm sitting there, I'm touting up the Fenway and the Red Sox. And if you go to Wrigley, you guys been to Wrigley?
I have not.
It's like being at Fenway.
I have been to Wrigley, yes.
Yeah, it's like being at Fenway.
Yeah.
Same vintage. I think they were built the same year.
I think you're right.
Same poles.
Fenway's nicer, in my opinion.
Same poles. You can with
Yeah.
reflective
Can't see.
views. Right. Anyhow, he goes. I'm sitting in the stands, and he taps me on the shoulder. And he goes, "How's this for a ballpark?" I couldn't burst his bubble.
No.
Oh yeah, it's very nice. The ivy was on the
On the front of the wall.
yeah, that was very nice. So that's the answer to that, Bruce. Thank you. Okay.
I saw Jesse Jackson walking through the stands at Wrigley Field,
Wow.
and I went up to him and said, "Hey, Reverend, how you doing?" And shook hands. Nice guy.
Nice.
That's my story.
That's good.
Dropping names.
He didn't say, "Hey, Stephen, how are you?"
Yeah. Well,
No,
you didn't have to get back by his bodyguards before they dropped you?
No,
Oh, good.
No.
All right. On that note, with anecdotes from Stephen and Coach Bob, we're going to sign off for today. We didn't know we were syndicated in Lowell. Thank you for the 4 of you for participating and watching our show.
we love
We
Lowell.
appreciate it. We love Lowell. Is that what you said?
Yep.
Yes, we love Lowell.
So on behalf of Cousin Stephen and Coach Bob Barazo, this is John Friedman saying we'll see you next time on 4th and 62. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Another well done. Oh, my God. We were right on top of our game, boys.